Okay, let me. Okay, the market is going. All right, let's start doing some housekeeping here. Put the disclaimer up real quick. And okay, there we go. All right, I believe everyone can hear me okay. Just a quick sound check. A little bit of a delay here, but okay. We are off to the races. Okay, let me get rid of some stuff I'm looking at. Okay, this is my trading screen right here. Again, I'm sorry, Craig Emery, Right Line Trading. This is right at the 50. Okay. Okay, we're taking a look at a few things right here today. Okay, I do things a little bit different with my money flow tracker. I only trade the NQ, and I do a combination of scalping and some longer term trades on this using an 8 uni. I'm just gonna let this track a little bit until we can let it settle in. A lot of nice pre-market moves today. And then I use a discretionary line right here just to look at previous range bars. Two things I've added. I used an explosion indicator and a squeeze indicator. And I use those in conjunction with my money flow tracker just to, it kind of keeps me out of a little bit of a trouble when I'm trading. Oh, thanks for improving. Good. I'm trying. Like I said, I probably needed a few of these videos to get through before I can get this thing going here. Now, this is what I like to see. I use my 50 range chart kind of as the, I guess, the macro look at this. I want to see bias. I want to see if my signal C is above or below the 50 line. And then I use these brushes. When I see this starting to work, then I jump over here, look at my 8 uni, and I look at the money flow tracker, and I'm looking for bias. I'm looking for quants. Okay, I'm looking for the higher time frames to be in alignment. And then I use, again, these brushes. It's just free indicators I saw on NinjaTrader, and I've modified the brushes so they kind of match the quant colors. And I'm looking for a move now. Here again, this is the first break through the C signal here. I want my brushes. I want my quants. I'm still going to let this thing roll a little bit because it's still pretty early in the market. Now, the reason I use a 50 range chart is this 50 moving average will act as support or resistance depending on what direction you're going. Now it looked like you had a clean, nothing's going to stop you coming down here. This thing is starting to roll down. But it's going to hit the 50 and it's going to pause. It might not stop it altogether, but it'll pause it enough to throw a wick at you. And that wick can sometimes throw you right out of the market. Okay, so you have to respect it. Just like on this 1 minute chart. I have a 1 minute chart set up with Heikin-Ashi bars. Only because I like to see if the bar is trending. And usually that's a flat top on the red or a flat bottom on the green. So I'm just going to let it roll through its deal this morning. Just let it kind of it's still a little jumpy. Let it settle in. Give it a few more minutes. And what I like to do is when I'm in bias right here, and I just missed this trade. When I'm in a nice bias here on the 50, if I get a good hammer, right, sometimes you can call them hammer or rockets, one of these signals right here with that giant wick sticking out of the body, can usually be a good trade. But I need green or pink bias. Can't do that with the light blue, can't do it with the light pink. Now, yesterday I followed this whether we can call it strategy or rules, and I did 9 trades. 2 were losers because I didn't follow the rules, and the other 7 were winners, and had over $1,100 in net profit. And I was done by 7:30, I think. So it wasn't too bad. That was a nice day. And I could have probably had more, but I should probably go over this too so you see it. My strategy is a 35 stop loss, 16 profit, and then I trail by $100. What happened on the last trade is I was trailing and it just wicked me out. But can't complain. Still made like $600 on that profit on that that trade. Could have made 9. So who's going to complain about that? Okay, let me see if I can get the chat up on the YouTube video. Here we go. Okay, I think maybe. Oh, and I'd also recommend if you have room on another chart, maybe even put an 89 range chart up too, because today one of the members said it was laying right at the 50, and it was kind of working its way through that support. Okay. Now we had all that nice movement pre-market. Now it's kind of going sideways, but that's all right. We don't have any news today that's really going to affect us. We don't have any speeches. So what I'm looking for, I'm going to look for bias here. I'm going to look for brush. I know I'm over my 50 on the C signal. No, I've got the VWAP right here, so it's just dancing along that right now. And this signal this line right here is just a discretionary line. There's two lines that I've drawn on here. One is this that I move around. Oh, okay. Looks like I missed that one. I need a big pullback here. Where's my MA diff is okay. See, we never really got a nice pullback in here except for this one right here, which is, I'm waiting for something a little bit nicer. And we've got time. Now, the other line that I drew in here, oh, that one I could have taken, is this line right here. I draw it inside my my Laguerre. It's a blue line that you can draw on, and I put it at the 44 because when I'm taking a trade, I want to see my fractal energy going down. And when it hits this level, it can do two things. It can ride along it, it can go below it, it can bounce off of it. If it bounces off of it and goes up, the move is pretty much done. If it goes below it, the move is exhausted. Sometimes it just rides it. And that's something that I'll look at when I'm about to pull off a trade. No, I don't usually take pullbacks too much anymore. I used to, you know, these pullbacks are sometimes, there's a love-hate relationship with them. Let's put it that way. You can only hope that it goes to the 50. Okay? If it goes beyond it and starts a new trend, that's a bonus. But for the most part, you can only expect it to go to the 50 and bounce and go back up. I've known lots of people in the room, they like to take this wick right here. Sometimes that can be hit or miss. I've seen lots of accounts blown out by doing that. Okay, I'm in bias again. Okay, so let's start getting serious about this. Okay, it's kind of chopping along between this area right here. No, it's coming through this area. If you hit it here, hit it here, hit it here. It's testing this volume zone here. Now I got to get out of this. I got to get a better bias in here. And here we were talking in the room before it started, and we were saying, wow, all that movement pre-market, we're going to have, it's going to be really nice trading today. And it just kind of has gone sideways. And that can happen. This is when that you don't want to do any boredom trades. Wait for a decent bias on the 50. Now, sometimes when I get bored like this, I'll do what's called I'll block things out, and not quite. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. And it's something I do with my drawing tool. I can do it real quick. What I'll do is I'll go up to this little pencil up here. I'll go down to the region, and I'll draw something maybe like well, I can't do it yet. Hang on. Let's wait and see what happens here. Now, this type of trade here, I'm getting my quants. I've got my bias on the 8 uni. Don't have all my quants yet. Now, here again, this 50 will be a little bit of a challenge right here. Sometimes it blows right through it. Other times you'll have a pause. Okay, here we go. Okay, I've got brushes. I need a big pullback here. I don't have my bias yet. I only have, sometimes you'll only have, when you with the initial punch through this 50, you might not have a bias, but you'll have all your brushes. That's these down here. It looks like it's pausing right here. See how these wicks are going back and forth like that? That's because of this 50. Now, if you didn't have that, you'd be jumping in on this candle maybe, and next thing you know, you're wondering why you're getting stopped out, or you're like in panic mode because it's about to take you out. But if you wait, you're also dealing with the VWAP here too, so it's just flipped right back on you. So this is our we're going to wait for bias now. Now I can draw. Okay. Boy, this thing's going to start moving on me as soon as I start putting my drawing tool up. Okay, I go from here to here. Draw this. Right click it. Go on all charts. One could say, because I've hit this so many times, that as long as I'm in this area right here, this blocked out area, there might not be a trade. Well, let's see what happens.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Well, let's see what happens. Come on.
Target.
All right, we got our first target. Now, this thing's just gonna roll on its own.
Stop filled.
All right. Not too bad. That's because it hit the 1 minute. Okay. This is, actually, I could have taken that one. Because when it's pink like this, sometimes you can take, oh shoot, no, it's gone. Now my MA diff is getting up a little bit high. Sometimes you can take these, anytime there's a pink bias in here. Just have to be careful when you're at the 1 minute here or one of these areas, because it could be a weak trade. Okay, we got 175 on our first one. And we waited till we got out of the block, and we were okay. So now I can take this off. And sometimes I put the block on here. Always do it when I have a flat 50, because then I can take it from the highest to the lowest, put the block on there, and just let it go. All right. Going right back in the VWAP, I've got, look at my fractal is right along the 44 here. Not a big fan of that. Okay, I'm getting above the 50 here. I will go into a C2 once this thing gets off the flat trend line. I don't have any pullbacks here. And I'm going right back into, oh, shoot. Okay. I always call this A, goes through it. If I get the bounce going up here, I should be in bias to go up, if it's going up. So I look at this as A. If it bounces up and goes up, that's B. That could usually be a pretty good trade. Once it gets above here, when it's traveling, you're not going to get bias, but you could get brushes. Now maybe this pullback right here I could have taken. Not the best structure, but it worked, because all my brushes were in line. Now, if this is going down, I mean, I don't know if it's a head fake or not. I mean, look how, for this to be a really good trade, you need this line below the 50. Now look how high it is up there. Why is this being challenged right now? Look at this 50 range. It's dancing right along it. It's got to be able to push through. Now I like that. I don't have enough bias here. I'm going to get big pullbacks on all these candles. My goodness, it did work. Wow. I don't know if I would have trusted that. I mean, you still need to have a structure, and this is not a good structure to go down. It's not releasing from the 50 yet. Here we go. Get this brush up a little bit. We might have something. Now, I'm also dealing with the 1 minute. Look what happened last time I got down here. Now I've got good bias on my 50. My 50 is flat. One thing I've learned over the years is you do not trade a flat 50 on the 50 range chart. It might be because I'm dancing on the 50 and I've got the VWAP right here. Look how low my fractal is. Not a big fan of this trade.
Order submitted.
No, I don't know about this. Do I want that or not? No.
Order
Take
canceled.
it off. I don't like this fractal. No, yeah. That's sometimes the last thing you have to look at, is this going to ride along here? You rather take a trade that has the setup and the fractal is nice and high, pointing, going down. Once it hits this level, you rather get into something here, and then it hits this level and rides it along, then you're okay. But this is still a little dicey right here.
Order submitted.
What happened there?
Order filled.
Didn't like that trade. I'm going through my 1 minute.
Stop
Punch
filled.
through. Okay, got me a little bit there. Fractal here again. Fractal was a little low there. But I got in. My brushes were good. Big pullback, big pullback, big pullback. Usually you get a big pullback. It should be followed by a series of little wicks. Probably because it was dancing along this 1 minute here. It's struggling. It's struggling to get through this level here. Now my goal today is if I can get to 500, I'll probably throw it back into sim because it's between 450 and 5 I'm happy with. Now I've done this on 2 trades. If I can do it under 5 trades, that's bonus. Now I gotta really be careful. I need to get through this 1 minute here. This is showing a little too much support through here. Now looks like I might be getting a C2. Okay, don't have the bias I like yet. But I do like the setup. Here now I've got decent bias. I'm liking this candle.
Order submitted. But you can look at my fractal now. Now it's getting a little bit low. Order canceled.
Bounced against me. Okay, that's okay. It's one thing with the NDT. You can kind of watch it, and if it looks like it's going to hit and things don't line up, you can back it up or back off of it. I'm telling you, right now, this just proves to me I've got to clear this 1 minute. Because it's been tested 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times. Okay, this is okay bias. Oh man, there was my pullback right here, but I don't know if I would take that into the VWAP.
Order submitted.
You know, my candles are going down a little bit. Don't like that. Whoa, man. Okay.
Order canceled.
Wow, that just took right off. Sorry. Good. The dog barking in the background here. Okay. If this is destined to go down, I need to clear this 1 minute. It looks almost like the path of least resistance is going up. Here again, I've got biases, I've got quants. It looks good.
Order submitted.
But I've been here before. Oh, I lost my bias.
Order canceled.
I could tell you what part of the problem is. It might be there's an 89. Range chart causing this. It also could be, oh, here we go. Oh, it changed on me.
Order submitted.
You know, part of this problem is sometimes you just, if it takes, you have no
Order
volume.
canceled.
Don't like it. Sometimes if they take too long, and it's got pretty low volume right now. I'll back off of it.
Order submitted.
Just don't like the way this candle is behaving here.
Order filled.
Come on, pop. No, come on. No, don't like the way the direction that's gone. That's a huge pullback. Come on.
That might have been my chance. I blew it there. I had a profit. Oh, what way is it going?
Stop filled.
Oh, son of a gun.
Oh, I had $80 there. I should have just grabbed it.
Oh, well. I kind of saw that, and I'm like going, this looks like it's going to go. It looks like it's going to go. And I had it, and I just wasn't quick enough. And I could go back and say, well, Craig, you know what? Remember when you drew that before? Maybe this is just a level that we need to punch through before this thing's going to run. Okay, it happens. And here again with all that pre-market moves today, I thought this thing was really going to run nicely, but it's being stubborn. Okay, it's making a run for it again. Okay, since we're in a trend, we got to have the bias on the 50. I did like that candle though, going right into a C2. I think this time I might let it get through this.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh, I took it right into the volume zone.
Target filled.
Okay.
Stop filled.
Whoop. What am I doing? How'd that happen? Got to be careful with that volumes. Okay, this is definitely got a little bit late here. Got a first target, so I'm back in the green. Ooh, hang on a second. Who's it? Can you show how the bots or automated system trades are performed? I don't have those activated on my computer right now because I only really trade off of one screen, and then on my second screen I just have your questions and stuff like that. I didn't set them up today.
I apologize. I'll make sure I have those set up for next time. Okay, looks like we're getting stuck on the 1 minute again. Now, I could, this is basically the one. Now here again, I've added these to it on the. This is the C signal one. I've traded that a couple times in here too. I just. But I should have had those activated. I'll activate them next time. Okay, you can see the whole day this has been riding along the 50 and not getting a whole lot of separation. But those who like to follow the money flow tracker and do your own trading, or basically even the automated trading, I think a 50 range chart is a really important chart to have. Because one, it does show you where your C2 is. And secondly, when it's flat, just don't trade it. Okay, now I'm going to start looking for a pullback here. But you know what? This I got to get through this volume zone. It is, man, I like this.
Order submitted.
But I'm a little wary about taking this because I've got, it's bit me a few times. I'm gonna
Order
take it out.
canceled.
Gotta respect it. It's just too many times this is, or even on the 1 minute, it's caused some challenges. So I think until this pops through here, you can just see where the sticking point is. It's this pivot. Now, I did have a loser in there. Took away my profit. If I would have had, well, you can't say would have, could have. Not in trading. I could be done today, but I took that one loser, which is you're going to get. I challenged a pivot. See, the nice thing about the auto trader, you can put those rules in there that you've got to clear a pivot. That's the one nice thing about, well, many nice things about the auto trader, is that you put the rules in there, it follows the rules. It takes the emotions out of it. That's why sometimes I like to have an auto trader running beside this and seeing where it takes the trades. What I'd like to do is I gotta talk to the programmers and see if they can take my style of trading and convert it over into a bot. That's what I'd like to see. Okay, we're punching through for the first time. We might not, we're going to get, I might want to just wait for a clear signal. It's not, because I've got the 1 minute I'm dealing with too, and the 50 range, and this VWAP. I think I might need a little bit more confirmation. Here we go.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Boy, didn't like that trade. Oh, that 1 minute gonna keep me from being in profit. Come on. Go neutral. Oh, I'm losing my brushes. I'm losing my quant. Come on. New candle.
Stop filled.
Son of a gun. Boredom trades. Yeah, that was on me. I said clear it, clear it, clear it, and I got too excited about this. Fractal was nice and high going down. I had my brushes. Didn't have my wick on top. Gotta wait for... But I had my brushes, and I just got caught up in this. That's what I'm saying. And now, okay, I can draw. Okay, hang on. Oh, here we go. Give me a pullback. Come on.
Order submitted.
Ooh, my fractal's a little low.
Order filled.
Boy, it does not like my...
Stop
Oh,
filled.
well, you know what? Sheesh. What did I do there? Oh, are you kidding me? That's the second time I violated my own rules again. Third time.
Oh man, sometimes, and now I should, money management rules, I should just bail out the sim. But I'm going to do one more trade. You know, I'm violating my money management rules because I actually had 2 losers in a row. After being up nice, after being up close to $400. And you know, it's right here. Right here's my line. And I said, what did I say? Now, I was just about to draw the block on here and say, okay, now don't trade between this and this. I was just about to draw that on there before I took that trade. And yeah, this is, I mean, there's money to be made in here. But I'm just not getting my pullbacks. I'm getting my pullbacks, but I really need to be outside this block. No. And you just have to just do it. You just have to, if this is the block that you draw, you have to abide by it. And I didn't do it. That's the one thing about a live trading room. You're going to see the good days and the bad days. But as long as you have more good days than bad days, it's all matters. Okay, here we go. My fractal
Order
was a little
submitted.
low.
Order filled. Target. Stop filled.
Okay, it stopped me out because I kind of jumped on that.
Order submitted.
What's going on here? That 1 minute's getting a little crazy.
Order filled. Target.
Hang on. Whoa, come on.
Stop filled.
What's going on here? You know what? That son of a... That was a profitable trade. And then... Oh, boy. Okay. This is when I get the meltdown. Because this was profit. It took me profit, and then it got stuck, and then it took me for a loss. I don't like that. It exited me down here when I had it, and then it kind of backed up on me somehow. I don't know how. But that would have given me more of a profit. Right here, it took me out down here. And this is where it gave it to me, right here, my first target. Now it's starting to move. I lost losing my quant here. I'm sorry, I'm losing my bias here on the 50. Am I getting a double top? Or is it just going to be
Order submitted. Order filled. Target.
There we go. Ooh, that's gonna don't back up. Keep going. I'm a little closer than I would normally be if I was manually trading. I'd be on the bottom of this candlestick. But I'm letting my trailing stop do its thing.
Stop filled.
Okay. Wow, definitely not like pre-market today, I can tell you that. That was actually... Okay, now this is the open, this little orange line. I've got to take this out, this red. I'm still in bias. Let's get outside that pivot. Let's see if we can get back to profit. Good bias.
Oh, look at that little red brush coming up. That's not good. And I'm not getting a really clean. Lots of times you'll get, like I call this, the A trade is breaking through, and then it bounces, and then you get a nice B trade going up, and the B trade is this chop. It's just not really the best. It's not fluid. Let's put it that way. I like that trade, but I think I need to be a little. Okay, that pullback worked.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Come on.
Target.
There we go. Right into the open. Might pull back a little bit.
Stop filled.
Yeah, it did.
Order submitted.
Nope.
Order canceled.
Well, hang on. Fractal's a little low. Shoot, it worked. Okay, looks like it's riding it. Son of a gun. Okay. Maybe it would have been a first target. Got to watch out with that open. That can be a stickler right there. Come on. Well, it's going up, but it's going up ugly. Now this is pushing down. It's going to maybe go back to the 50. Doesn't look like a aggressive pullback right now. Well, there we go. That's what I was expecting. There you go. Oh boy, look at this. Now these are ones that if you can pull off a reversal and then it goes into a trend, oof, those are the nice ones. But you can only expect it to go down to the 50. But if all my brushes go up,
Order submitted.
nope. I'm looking for one more. No. it's not
Order
gonna do it.
canceled.
I had a feeling if it broke through here and this brush went up and this skyrocketed down, this thing would that way, you can set your trade up, go through your rules, see if it's something that you want to take, higher risk. Definitely not for, okay. I'd much rather trade bias and pullbacks. But when I saw this first brush here and this brush here and this thing teetering, kind of trying to push through the 50, it's like I said, a little bit higher risk, but it can be tradable. That's about the only type of rule in my pullback that I have here is that first brush below the 50, but the brush never got above this explosion line, so it never happened. Okay, brush above the explosion line. Don't have any brushes, but I'm looking for bias here now. Okay, we got about 15 more minutes. Let's see if we can make something. Well, we don't make anything happen. Let's see if something happens. We say let's see if we can make something happen. Well, let's just say make sure that we follow a winner. I'm not sure what this tells me here. When I start seeing red brushes and this is above the 50, that's just a definition of chop. I'm kind of anxious to see how the autos did today too, because okay, now let's look at quants, bias. If this goes green, it should be a C2, my trend line. Got acceleration dot. These are green. This is still kind of neutral. Now it's red. But you know, we get choppy days. Didn't expect it. Not after this. Not after the pre-market. Now, here again, we've got our but many times in the past, what I do is I would draw my region along the high here and the low, below the green, above here. What I do. Right there. There's nothing to look at until you're outside this box. Well, the reason I trade NQ in this room is because I can't one, I like NQ. I have a difficult time trading multiple charts unless I have I mean, I think you can only look at one thing at a time. That's me personally. Now with the auto trader, obviously you can trade multiple things. But when it comes to using the using the money flow tracker, and you know how I put up my 50 in my 1 minute, hang on, I'm just trying to see if this is a trade or not. Not quite.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
I'm going to cancel it. I only trade off of basically one screen. Now, if I had it's like 6 monitors, maybe I could trade that. But my whole goal in this room is to show you how to trade the money flow tracker in this system. And then if you want to apply it to ES or oil or whatever, gold, you can do that. But I've always wanted to be what I consider a mobile trader, in the fact that I can take this, if I want to go to the beach, I can take this my laptop with me, and I can trade effectively. I don't want to be locked into having 6 monitors. That's just me personally. That's why if you can trade the NQ, you can trade anything. If there is a different hang on.
Order submitted.
Oh, didn't take my trade. All right, didn't like it.
Order submitted. Order filled. Target.
Now, if there is another instrument you'd like me to trade, that you think has some nice movement, yeah, I can make the charts. I know a lot of people like the ES. I used to trade oil. Come on, keep going. No. Don't take me out. Come on, give me another little taste here.
Stop filled.
All right. Wow, look, it came right out of the box here, and it was tradable. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. Had to say, okay, we've got a couple more minutes left. You know what? I'll probably be in profit once the room closes. Apologize for that, but I might come back in the afternoon and trade. Just give this a break. I know we usually get some movement around between 8:15 and 8:30.
But this, look at this. This is my trade up, my A trade. I'm looking for my B trade. Look how just nasty and choppy this is. It's just not. Just not as clean as it could be. And you look at the pre-market stuff. That was really like boom, went through. Nice trade. It went through. You started getting some nice little bounces here, and then the market opened, and even this one, not as bad. Like this is fairly clean, and now we're just in a mess. Let's see if we can get another trade here. My trade, hang on. I'll see if I can pull it up. Dilson's trade. Let me see if I have enough time to pull it up. I've got. I might have to wait till next time to show that. How far back do you want me to go? Because I don't want to pull up anything and mess up my my other screen here. I've got I've got two rooms going at one time. But I'll try to put that together for you. But if you follow this, if you follow what I'm saying on the 50, it will, and it's something that you have to experiment, not experiment, testing on your own. It does have merit. Not trading on a flat trend line, drawing the boxes. It does have merit using the 50. I mean, I've been trading that off and on for the last couple of years. When I don't use it, I seem to run into trouble. When I use it as a tool, I think it helps me in conjunction with the money flow tracker give me an edge. But when it's this choppy, I think it's definitely helped. Yeah, because typically when I look at my trades for the day, I look at for the day, and then I kind of, I don't really journal the trades that much because I do a lot of testing in my room sometimes. I'll go to Sim and say, okay, here's a trade. Hey, we took it in the bad bias. Let's see, it doesn't work. Okay, don't do that. Trying to show people, especially if I'm trading in Sim and practice mode, it'll show, definitely some some losses, but I want to show people not to do certain trades because it will go against you. And what I found out, and this is kind of an interesting way, I guess, of teaching, is that you can look at everything hang on, I want to see if this is a trade or not. When the day is done and hang on, I guess hang on, I want to finish my thought here, and it's 8 o'clock already. When the day is done and you look and you go back and you look at the trades that you took, and you look at you can always second guess yourself, and you can say, well, why didn't I take this trade? I should have taken this trade. When you're trading real time and you're trading right on the edge of the chart here, you have to see why certain things don't work and do work in real time. And that's why I say sometimes, when I'm in sim and teaching, I'll say, you know what? Go ahead, let's take this trade. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because we had a crappy bias. But at the moment, at that time, at that very moment, it looked potentially tradable, if that makes sense. So that's why I've got a different way of teaching, because I got to show people in real time what works and what doesn't work. Like right now, this candle looks fantastic to take. I like my fractal, I like my power dot, I like my brushes. And it took off. But I've got one more pivot I got to get through. I'm going to see if this pullback works.
Order submitted. Order filled. Target.
Come on. This will be the last trade. And here again, this is my...
Stop filled.
All right. All right. Well, okay. That's it for today. We went a little bit longer. I had to take that last trade. Oh, I'm down $50. Okay. I can get that back. Get back into the green. Half a trade away. All right, everybody. That's it for today. This was the money flow tracker and how I use it to manually trade. And I hope you enjoyed the room. I'll be back here next Tuesday. And everyone have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you back here next week. Again, I have a room that's open every day, and we do the live trades, we do the testing, we do everything we can to help perfect and help work the money flow tracker system. So again, it was great to be here, and I look forward to being here again next Tuesday. Again, have a great day.